Good morning, everybody. Hello. Hopefully this is working. Sorry, I'm just finishing my setup. Morning, Lady Mearden. Morning, Sana. Morning, Cass. Morning, Bublina. How are you? Morning, Monster. Morning, Not Kira. Not Kira. Morning, 40. Morning, Alison. It's early over there, eh? Hello. W. Let's get Warhammered. Yeah, exactly. All right. I wanted to start with a bit of a rant. Well, actually, we need to have some apologies. Hey, Wickham Vale. Hey, Ziggy Wiggy. Hey, Matt. Thank you. Thank you for modding today. Hey, Prickly Triangle. Hey, Herbit Isotope. Hey, Esther. Hey, Paradox. Paradoxes might come up a little bit in this preamble. Hey, Sasha from Space. You're here from space. That's great. We've got quite a few space people. Space professionals. Morning, Inuria. You're in pain. Oh no! Time for the ram. Yeah, you see, I've Aries maxed today. Getting ready to ram, but there's going to be a bit of a preamble. Hey, thanks, Weedy. Thank you, Whitey. Yeah, we're getting there. We're getting to Aries season. I'm feeling that. But there was a bit of there's a wintry mix today. That's what it's described as in Prague. A wintry mix, which basically means sleet on freshly fallen snow. So it's going to be a bit of a nightmare out there later. Yay! Well, happy birthday. Enjoy the day. Enjoy the sacred net. The day of the sacred nettle. Christian Armada fit. Onward, Christian soldiers. Onward. Morning, Caradros. Sonmer. Anyway, alright, let's get into the preamble. I like the early streams. I find them the most engaging for all sorts of reasons. But anyway, I wanted to come back to, apologise first of all for Dan. He's on projects at the moment, so he's going to be unavailable for a little while, but hopefully he'll be back on as soon as he can. And then the other apology is I have to run to a casting later on today, so I'm going to have to leave Stalker 2 at 3. So that's my scheme today, but that's an apology as well. And and I just wanted to think a little bit about space and time and aliens and offer a few thoughts on that to begin, because they're the themes of this game. You know, scale is so important, and I'd actually lost. I play Epic, which is with the tiny soldiers, right, and a giant kind of Titan battle monsters and stuff. So it's scale's already built in, but the way in which time and space and scale is used to tell the 40k lore is always interesting. But there's a few paradoxes, I think, maybe. And maybe Lady Mearden has the explanation for why this happens. But, so, like, the scale of these things, the size of the ships, the number of people involved in, like, steering these things around, why they need to be so big, I'm assuming is to get enough whack to, like, enough oomph to enter the warp, right? So the warp is a way of traveling at faster than light speeds, I believe, or maybe light speed. And that's how these ships travel. But, and this is also in relativity, if you know much about relativity, time still passes in the real world. They're moving really fast, so time contracts for them. So maybe they are moving somewhere in 2 weeks in the warp, but maybe 5 years, maybe 10 years will have passed in the real world. It's a metaphor for the bloated bureaucracy of the Imperium. Right, but what I understand communication is faster than light, right, in this system, this universe, because you communicate with the minds of psychers. So there are like imperial couriers, effectively, sending messages faster than light, right? Instantaneous. Is it instantaneous messaging through the psychic network? But then you send the ships. Lady Midden hopefully will confirm this for me. But then you send the ships, and the ships will, maybe take 2 weeks in their time, but several years, maybe up to hundreds of years, depending on the distance that you're jumping, will pass in the real world. So an order might be sent, but then the fleet will arrive a long time after. Right? Is that correct? No. I know. I'm going to get into the woo. I know. There's woo. Don't worry. I'm not going to pull apart the system. I want to get into the woo. But I think in order to get to the woo, we just need to sort the science out. So is it? Am I right in that's the law? That's how it works, or have I got it wrong? Psychic communication is instantaneous. Travel is very fast, but real time passes in the real world while you're traveling in the warp. Yeah, so it's like in the theory of relativity, right? If you go close to light speed, the time contracts, right? So light is traveling at light speed. So you can travel a distance of, say, a light year, but the time it takes you to travel there will be X number, but the time that will pass in the real world will be much bigger. So you will leave and hundreds of years can pass. We don't have to super clarify it. They're my thoughts on it anyway. But just in the map above us that we have on the screen right now, this distance between stars, they're traveling between stars here, right? So they're jumping in the warp. Now these stars are quite local, so that will be quite fast, right? In terms of how quickly the ships can react to situations. But I'm wondering how much time passes in the real world. Because it's very convenient that ships appear at exactly the right time to do battle, right? There's a ship appears, and then this other ship appears. But the amount of time that passes in the real world makes that quite confusing to me. That they appear at the same time. There's not a year between when one ship arrives and when the other ship arrives. Internet says real space and warp space progress parallel to one another, which is why ships are able to warp to similar locations. Right, okay then. So if you spend 2 weeks in the warp, then 2 weeks passes in the real world, because that wasn't the Warhammer I grew up with. That's fine if they've changed that. But the Warhammer I grew up with, it took years to actually, for the Adeptus Terra, right, which is the bureaucracy, to enact some kind of order would take years and years and years because they could implement it. But then in order to get the ships to the battlefield would take, 20 years in real time. Sometimes you never get there. All right. So then my other thoughts were on, so there's time and space going in this, which always kind of captivated me. When I was younger, I had this encyclopedia, and I remember in this section on space, it opened with that line from the Bible, which was, there are more stars in the sky than there are grains of sand on the beach. We've had the James Webb telescope open up that tiny little 1 centimeter, was it, of darkness, and open it up into all of these galaxies, and just a bit, everything's so vast in space that this Imperium, right, the Imperium that holds together, holds a piece of our galaxy. It doesn't hold other galaxies, as far as I understand. In fact, there are beings coming from other galaxies, Tyranids, which are in this game. And the Tyranids are they're very similar to Aliens, basically, the Aliens franchise, and they're coming from different galaxies and just coming down, eating whole planets, I believe. How often do ships get into these situations where they show up hundreds of years later? The Warhammer I grew up with had that was kind of built into it, so I was just wondering why they always managed to show up at the same time if there's actually years going. I guess it's like orders are set up in 2 different bureaucracies exactly at the same time, and then 10 years later ships arrive. Whenever the plot wanted to. Yeah, I know, but I just want to dig into it a little bit. I'm not trying to be a rules lawyer here. I'm just trying to open it up a little bit. So it's not just woo. So I'm understanding it a little bit more. To jump 1 light year takes 2 to 6 minutes in warp space and up to 4 hours in real time. 10 years later, the Warhammer. All right, so that's what's the ratio there then? That's 240. What's that? Times 10 times 30, roughly. Am I doing that right? Ratio? 40? So if you were jumping a year, it would take... You can't do this. You can't do it. No one could do it. Come on! It's 10 past 10. We should be able to do maths. In case you get lost in time, yeah, every ship has to be a colony. There are a lot of fan theories that people assume are canon, but they are not. No, this was from the books, I remember. That was like a key part of the book, The Rogue Trader. But I'm very old school. We've already established this. Maybe they just solved all that with some more woo. So no one had to do the physics. I'm on my second cup of tea. All right, let's talk about aliens then, because that might be easier. So it just, like there's been a lot of like information. I don't know how into aliens you are, but there's been quite a lot of interesting news on that theme over the last few years. Various bits. I don't know if any of you watched that Senate briefing a couple of years ago, maybe, when they had these kind of insiders testifying, right, on what people know and what people don't know, and how you kind of like... but what I thought was interesting about that Senate briefing, I think it was Senate, I don't think it was Congress, but it was just that they were discussing the topic at that level and they were broadcasting it. That I thought was interesting. And obviously, UFOs can be all sorts of things, all sorts of more mundane things. I'm not denying that by any means. And some of this stuff is just cover stories for military tech that we're working on, i.e. drones, right? There was some kind of drone scare, wasn't there, in the US, in Baltimore or something a year ago? And that felt like they were just kind of like testing some drones. Anyway, everyone was freaking out because they were all seeing aliens. I read this statistic the other day that I think if you live in the deep south of the United States of America, you're more likely to be abducted by aliens. It's something like you've got a 1 in something chance. It was a news story like yesterday. Somebody check me out. It's like 1 in 100,000 chance you're going to get abducted by aliens. Ton of drones flying around New Jersey airspace. Yeah, that's what it was, right? They were testing these drones, clearly. But anyway, it's like, these aliens would have the same kind of problems that we have. They would have to travel faster than light in order to get here. It would take a very, very, very long time. And I had the fortune of meeting a very wise guy a long time ago, and he had a bit of inside information on this, and he had some very interesting opinions, and we were asking him all the kind of like, kind of standard kind of aliens kind of questions, that guy, the aliens meme guy, the History Channel guy. So when you're all pumped up on your aliens, you're asking all the basic questions. It was like, how many alien species are there? That are in contact with the Earth? Are there like what they say? Are there like 4? Are there like 4 alien species out there? Like there is in Warhammer, right? There's There's like 7 different playable like armies, or like in Star Trek, right? You've got a bunch of different aliens that exist. They're all kind of humanoid. I think there's an explanation in Star Trek for some reason why they're all humanoid. But you've got this kind of like set number of like different alien species that are out there in the systems and in You know, in theory. Yeah, Space Seed, right? Isn't that something to do with the Dominion or something? Anyway, I don't want to nerd out too much. Let's keep this brisk. But when answering that question, this wise guy said, how many alien races are there? He went, billions, right? Billions. And it just brings you back to that James Webb kind of sense of things. If there were aliens out there and they were all in communication with each other and life is very, very common, there's billions. And there's all different types of things that you can't even possibly imagine. You know, even looking at things like what happened on Earth, like in the Precambrian era, you know, like ancient eras of organisms on Earth. Earth looks incredibly like an alien world through all different, you know, epochs. But yeah, and then the other thing was like he was like laughing about the idea of like space travel. That's what really struck me. He was laughing about the whole concept of like spaceships with people in them. He just thought it was absolutely ridiculous. And he's like, that's not how it works. And so he's like, well, how does it work, right? And he said it all works with projection, right? Which again brings us back to this game, because this game, the system that's underpinning all of this madness, or all the ramming that we're about to get into, is psychic communication, right? The Emperor, I still think this is the law, but the Emperor is basically the dying Emperor, the dying Emperor is sitting on the golden throne and he's nearly dead, right? But it's only him that can hold the, you know, this is Ares maxing again. It's only him that can hold the entire kind of human imperium together, because he produces the beacon in the warp, which is how ships navigate, this psychic beacon. And in order to do that, in order to keep him alive, because he's so close to death, they have to feed him witches, basically, which are kind of these untrained psychers that you heard about in the unsanctioned or sanctioned psychers, right? So there are groups of people, inquisitors, that go around human worlds looking for witches, basically abducting them and then plugging them into the Emperor to keep this like candle alight in the warp, which, as Lady Maiden has said, is hell. Right, that's how dark it is. Cryptid Woman from Disco Elysium versus Logan. Who is winning the nerd off? Yeah. Fermi Paradox is another one. Yeah, Fermi Paradox is another one. I find the Fermi Paradox very interesting, but like I think if rather than the one way around the Fermi Paradox is that there are these great filters, and that when you develop science, right, you develop it to a certain point, and you either destroy the planet and the ecosystem vis-a-vis nuclear weapons, right, or when you're discovering knowledge, you chance upon AI, right? And one of the great filters, this is the thing that stops any civilization getting anywhere, is basically the human beings create a happiness matrix, right, and plug themselves into it. And everyone sits in the happiness boxes, and that's how the civilization ends. But that's a good one. It's a good thought experiment on that. But honestly, wouldn't it be easier to imagine that these aliens, with incredible levels of technology beyond us, just don't want to be seen? That's the other side of the Fermi Paradox. If the technology exists to travel to different planets, the reason aliens haven't reached out is because becoming technologically advanced essentially destroys the civilization. Yeah, it's a heat thing, right? I've heard that reduced, again, this is for physicists, I've heard that reduced to something like civilization is a heat engine. Like, you have to create heat in order to have a civilization. You can't do it without generating heat. And the greater your civilization is, the more heat you generate. So therefore, you destroy the environment every single time. So everybody, in that vision of the Fermi Paradox, all alien races are kind of locked into their planet. And they have a time period. and then it goes wrong, right? They go through the different cycles of a civilization, a bit like the Yugas, right? If you know the Yugas from like Hinduism. And there's some mass extinction event either at the beginning. Yeah, and then there's that Mass Effect theory, right? Fermi paradox, that there's some beings that basically, as soon as they spot you, they wipe you out because you're like bacteria to them. And they just spray the bit of space that is infested with you. Is that right? Is that spoiler? It's a similar story in Babylon 5, I think. Wow, we're really nerding out here. Okay, maybe we should start ramming. But yeah, we bring the scale down to make it comprehensible. We can't have billions of aliens in the game, right? So we make it 7, but there have to be billions out there, I would imagine. Life is incredibly not that. I don't think life is that difficult to create, considering how much universe there is. So I think it's highly likely that there is intelligent life out there, and a lot of it. So you do have to dig into the Fermi paradox. You need the Drake equation, right? Because the Drake equation produces the Fermi paradox. The Drake equation is something like it should be really common. I think the Drake equation is that, right? That life should be relatively common, and we should be able to see it everywhere. Space should be full of like radio static and alien music and all that kind of thing, rather than just dead. Hello to the alien VOD watchers receiving this transmission. Well, I'm playing for them. I don't know if you've seen the film AI. Wee. No. That's Hollywood. We'll get back to them. This is more important. Oh shit, it's the government. They're onto us. Quick, move the whale. Yeah, that was it. It's like, cancel the stream now. End stream. No. It's okay. They can wait. But you do, like, if you watch the film AI, it kind of ends in a very, very weird way. I don't know, maybe I don't want to spoil it. Okay, watch the film AI. It's got some interesting stuff in there. I think it was difficult. It was a difficult release, wasn't it? It was something to do with Kubrick was directing it, and then Spielberg took over. But the end of that, there's some really interesting little twist. I think it's quite cute. It's a romantic twist. But if you watch that film and you know how it ends, and then yeah, I'm playing for those guys. Playing to the back of the universe. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I'm playing for deep time. All right. Okay. Let's try and wrap. Now there's a lot of talk today because I'm obviously trying to put this game off because I'm not that good at it. So I've got my Ares jumper on. I'm ready to start ramming things, I think. But with these type of games, it's always about the strategic part of the game is about building up the amount of troops and resources that you need to do the battle, right? So I see a battle that I can win because I've got more ships than them, so it should be fine. But I'm not quite sure how the industry production of ships works. I don't know if I'm building enough ships. I don't know how long I should wait for fleets. So all of my talking was really, this is just logistical confusion. It is about dying the coolest way, yeah, alright, and I can, the first one you see, the first game, you did lose, you lose stupid amounts of battles. Cram and ram. Oh yeah, maybe I'll try it. Yeah, maybe that's quite good. Yeah, maybe I'll invite Cram on for a ram. He's a ram in both directions, right? All right, where are the groks? I know nothing about this game. Hey guys, you want to talk about aliens? Yeah, it is. It is actually. It is. Because I don't know how long I should wait to build up the fleet, right? That's why it's about time and space. And also about aliens, because there are other aliens in this game, and they're going to come and get us. And in the first one, you lost spectacular amount of battles. For like the 6 battles, I didn't win anything. And I don't know if I can go through that with you all, you know, watching. Although shame focuses the will. That is true. This should be just chatting. All right. We play. I don't even know where I've left this. Can I get there in one? Yeah, okay. I'm halfway through my second cut. We should be fine. We should be fine. Look, we outnumber them. We've got the Mars Warfleet and the 11th Gothic. The 7th from Mars and the 11th Gothic. We're fine. It'll be fine. Warhammer is all about Shakespearean dialogue. Don't cancel the nerding out. It's my favourite part. Hey, Valerie. Hey, Valerie just shows up when the ramming's... Valerie skips the entire prologue. Just came for the ramming. Alright. I joke. No. We do have to play. We have to play. I'll come back. And talk about relativity in a minute. Otherwise, I'm not doing what I'm advertised. Right. Let's do something suitably insane. We'll try and go from here. We're going to cut. We're going to cut through there, and we're going to like fire broadsides.
Aye, Admiral.
Alright, there he is. Let's just take him on.
Setting course.
I don't know if Dan knew how to play this game. We've had to reload it, guys.
Underway.
Although I thought he was getting good at the ramming, to be honest. But see, look, this ship's still damaged from the ramming. This is the problem. Otherwise, it'd be the perfect form of combat.
Coordinates acknowledged.
What are they? Are they missiles? Something's coming at us.
Ship ready.
Brace for impact.
Brace for impact!
To serve the Omnissiah. Coordinates acknowledged.
Whoa! Okay, they're interceptors. Fine. Fine. Yeah, whatever.
We wait your command.
Yeah, he forgot to use half the fleet. Well, this is it. It's not an easy game. I'm sorry. I think it is fine, but
maximum burn.
We wait your command. Understood.
See, this is it. This is what happened to Dan. I've burned the retros, so it's just stopped moving.
Changing course.
Alright, so speed up then.
Engage engine red lines.
I quite like this. The Mars fleet, though.
We are ready to serve.
Whoa. Easy there.
Reaching nominal speed.
Pause, pause, pause. What's going on?
We serve.
Wait, did I dodge that, or did they aimed at something else? I think I just dodged that. What is that? Okay, I dodged it, I think. Let's get the fuck out. Alright, so you go that way. Then you're gonna go that way.
Your orders?
Right, there he is.
Ship ready.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Ah, damn it. That was harsh. Okay, we dodged a bunch there, though.
Enemy sighted.
Woo, 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 woo. Alright. Easy now.
Your orders? Engaging engines.
What's that? What's that? What's that? I think we're coming for the first ram.
Ship ready. All ahead full!
Nice.
We wait your command.
This guy's a bit broken. Let's get out. Let's
Aye,
get out.
Admiral.
The spirits obey. Your orders? Acquiring new vector! For the Emperor!
Okay. No! Stop, stop.
Burn retros.
Turn. Ow, 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 ow,
Heading acknowledged.
Aye, Admiral. State your order. Transition begun.
Transition
Your
begun!
command.
We wait your command. We serve. Enemy sighted. Machine spirit appeased. Energize vectored thrust
Energize vectored thrust.
with matchless efficiency.
That sounds like a Rocky Horror stage direction.
Receiving your order.
Acquiring new vector. Yeah, every time you turn your car
Machine
around.
spirit appeased.
No, we're good. We're good. Fire on board. We got behind this guy. This is a dogfight. He's doing well. He's doing good work. This guy's doing good work, Valerie. Nah, he's coming in. Ramming this isn't probably such a good idea, but we'll do it anyway.
Enhance rotational drift. State your order.
Torpedoes going in. There we go. And then ram.
Engaging drive.
Nice. Okay.
Your orders?
Okay, is he back in?
Your orders?
Understood.
To serve the Omnissiah.
To serve the Omnissiah.
Course engaged.
Legio Cybernetica have boarded the enemy.
Yes.
We serve.
Calculating vectors. Ship ready.
Oh no! Execute! Execute!
Aye, Admiral. Maximum burn.
Nice! Beautiful. There you go.
We wait your command.
You need to get
Engaging
away.
engines. Disengage! Disengage!
Ah man! They're still trying to mutiny.
We serve.
Where's he gone?
Ship ready. All is lost.
There we go.
Aye, Admiral. Understood. Enemy sighted. Heading acknowledged. Your orders? Execute high energy turn. Changing course.
Yes!
Underway.
Rouse the engines. Optimal course set. Thruster routines active.
We wait your command. Impossible, Admiral.
Optimal course set.
This guy's taking a lot of hits here.
Engaging drive.
Going for the tips. Right.
Energize vectored thrust. Calculating vectors. We are ready to serve.
Okay, he needs to get out of here. Ah, man, this is brutal.
Impossible, Admiral. State your order.
Setting course.
Ah!
We serve. Understood. Engaging engines. Engaging. Ship ready. Acquiring new vector. Heading acknowledged. Underway. Aye, Admiral. Changing course. Impossible, Admiral. Your orders?
Ah, they missed him.
Calculating vectors.
Execute high energy turn. Course engaged. Impossible, Admiral.
Ah, the bastard.
Aye, Admiral.
Transition begun.
No, he's damaged. They're damaged too much. I want to keep him alive.
Coordinates acknowledged.
Ah!
Ship ready. Impossible, Admiral. All ahead, full.
I don't know how badly damaged the fleet is. That's the problem. Quite badly. Right. So Vorka Talk is now ours. Oh, thank you, Lady Maiden. Much appreciated. Alright. But anyway, you can see that it's absolutely knackered, that fleet. So now I don't know what to do next. Because I don't really understand, as I said, the civilization component of this. So here is 600 points. This is what we had Dan take on, I think. And here is 164. So we've got nothing. We need to rebuild something. So systems. Deimos binary. Shipyard. 100 of something. Asteroid fields. Shipyard. Nope. Yeah, we can repair it. I think it needs to go back to a ship dock. We need to repair it, definitely.
Fuck me, you dog.
I'm just where we build more. Missions, fleets, cooperation, systems. Belisar, I think we had a space port. Here we go. This maybe create new fleet. Yeah, maybe we create a new fleet and then we'll merge the fleets. Select a sub-faction. Available fleet slots 0. No, I don't think we can do that. So the fleet itself. New ship. Yeah. Yeah, I'd love one of them. Dauntless Mark II. Confirm. New ship. Endeavour. Confirm. And then I guess we wait. Okay, we're repairing, but I think it's slow here because we don't have a world. So we need to go back to one of our fleet worlds. Shipyard, where? Demios binary. And these is Space Marines, right? Imperial Fists, cool, okay. $164, Vanguard type. Oh wait, did I not select them before? Aha. Okay, this fleet's more powerful now. 328. And these have not been confirmed. New ship. I don't have the money because I spent it all on the... Okay, so I don't have the, right, I get it. Okay, so I've got this Space Marine fleet now. So I have to take on the next one. And the next one's going to require the Space Marine fleet and the Imperial fleet, I think. So I'll enter now. And then leave these guys repairing. Do I need to do Cercia? No, Fremas. The fists are good noodles. Channeling the Mormon Utah moms for good-looking Gothic Armada. Hey, Mary. Sorry, you know this game, I have to lock in. I haven't missed too many people. Ram around and find out. Broken medieval times, broken space. Yeah, CK3. I've got some options for you there, but I'm kind of relaxed now about CK3. It's going to be difficult. But anyway, I'll tell you about that another time. Right. So we have 277 again. So if we big up this fleet once more. Only that. Well, I may as well take out this, no? Or should I just no, I've got to save to build up. So Cadia, Fremas, or Cantrial? Cantrial, Fremas, Cadia. It's got to be Fremas. So can I move that new ship immediately? Let's hope so. Okay, so we technically outnumber them. Let's have a save. I think we have to. Docking Kira. Is it distorted? %50 chance Esther 3 is still alive. I can check. You've forgotten more about 40k than most people have learned, but that's the thing, you have to forget. Right? Because they keep retconning it. We're having a moment about your eyes. Okay. Alright, second ramp. Look at these guys, look at this. They know what they're doing. Nice. Where's the other part of the fleet? We have 2 of them, don't we? Oh, we may be fucked. Where's the other ship?
Heading acknowledged.
I thought there was another Space Marine ship. Oh, I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry things aren't
The enemy
perfect.
has seized a strategic area.
They've got space defenses as well.
Me, you dog! We wait your command.
No.
The enemy has seized a strategic area.
Engaging engines.
Right, here we go, here we go, here we go. There they are. One turret lost already. No.
Aye, Admiral.
Enemy sighted!
Launch Thunderhawks. Give us purpose. Your orders?
Changing course.
We serve.
Ah, man.
Move into position.
Ah, it's stealthed. Oh, damn.
Aye, Admiral. Cruising speed set. Setting course. Your orders?
Okay, give that guy a little spin around there. He's done.
We serve.
Ship ready.
Course engaged.
Enemy sighted.
So slow. Come on.
All ahead, full. Where shall we strike?
Good.
I am listening. We stand ready.
This is not going to be pretty.
Enemy sighted. Repositioning. New vector acknowledged. Boarding caused critical damage.
Let's try and hit the other one.
Redirecting. At your command.
Ship ready.
We wait your command.
Ah, try and get a three-way in there, I think.
Your orders?
Engaging engines.
We serve. All ahead, full.
Your orders?
Burn retros.
Underway.
Ah, this guy. He's totally fucked. Sorry, I lost chat there for a second.
Where shall we strike? Enemy sighted.
What?
Changing course.
Why won't you go that way?
Aye, Admiral. Enemy sighted. We serve.
Damn.
Show us the enemy. Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment.
Ah, surprise ramp. No, just missed him.
Impossible, Admiral!
Ship ready. We wait your command. Execute high energy turn. Maximum burn.
Yes!
We wait your command.
That was a bit of a kamikaze.
Course engaged.
Underway.
We wait your command. Underway. I am listening.
Oh no, that's the Marines gone.
Aye, Admiral.
Understood. Coordinates acknowledged. Changing course. Execute high energy turn. Your orders. Engaging engines.
Oh, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna sting for a while.
We serve.
Oh man, we are so outclassed.
Serve.
Your orders?
There's so many of them. Where the fuck?
Heading acknowledged.
Ah!
Aye, Admiral. Setting course. Acquiring new vector. Heading acknowledged. Understood. Setting course.
Oh my god.
Coordinates acknowledged. Ship ready. All is lost.
Yep, pretty much.
Enemy sighted.
Okay, we're on mutiny on that one.
Oh,
All is lost. Flash your torches 40k sang for bringing las weapons. Oh man. I need a bit of shame after that. Well died, chef. Just go back to Moldavia at this point. It'll be less painful. It's going to take a while for me to get good at this game, I think. I'll be honest with you. You can see why I wanted to talk about aliens. And we still lost Moldavia. I just want to say I reloaded 3 times on that and we just decided to settle on the 3rd time that I lost. So I lost Moldavia and then I took it back. Well, and then I finally took it, rather. Homeworld, yeah, I remember Homeworld. Homeworld was good. Homeworld was... This is a bit of a copy of Homeworld, really, I think. Just me and the shame. I don't know why my cam does that. Are you sure it's my cam and not Twitch? This is a difficult game, not Kira. That's why it's not streamed that much. Space Marine 2 is easy. That's why it's streamed. This game requires some maths, which I was trying to get my maths brain activated a little bit with that physics rant as well. What do you mean every other game? I'm getting good. I'm not bad at Kingdom Come 2. I'm not bad at Stalker 2 now. I'm not bad at Crusader Kings now. We're got a fucking empire. Game with maths. Ew. Yeah, this is all angles. Yeah, I don't know. Later, Cyberpunk. Later. I told you I'll run a tabletop, I think. Game with maths? Wow, I'm never beating it. You're not rage baiting me. My heart rate is slow. It stayed low there, even though I've had 2 cups of tea. I wasn't that. I didn't get that. I didn't start panicking there. You'll try harder. Okay. What's aim at assist? You guys don't do maths. What do you mean I sound a little baited? What do you mean? What do you mean I sound baited? Hey, fella Faye. It's time to go on to the hard stuff, the coffee. Yeah, I am Brad Pitt ad Astering. That was always my goal for this game. I'm not baited. I'm just acting baited. There's a difference. You want to see me baited. Very baited. What do you mean? A high roll upon me. Well, this is the thing, you know, if you're really acting very well, very hard acting, you know, you should be actually feeling the thing that you're pretending to feel. At least that's one definition. You can almost see the imaginary tears. You want me to go back? You want me to go back to the Gothic sector? Don't make me go back! No, they are, as I said, they're their own entities. If they come into range, they come into range. If they'll come by my feet, I'll pick them up, okay, but I think they are hibernating. Which is strange, because normally they are a bit active at this point, but it's cold out. Yeah, you're just acting like a loser, yeah. Well, it depends on the acting method, isn't it? If you go down the whole, realism route, then you're supposed to feel the thing. You know, I don't want to talk too much about this because teaching this is my, you know, I want to hand out the industry secrets, but you know, or my secrets rather. But that whole Ian McKellen joke, isn't it? Like, why do I act so well? You know, and he does the speech, the British speech about pretending an illusion, really, and just the art, the virtue of acting comes in the pretense that you're pretending to have the feelings and people believe you, right? That's one approach. And then you could just have the feelings, right? Which is the Stanislavski approach. Or get yourself as close as possible to having the feelings. And then people would just see the feelings, right? But then that seems to be two different kind of understandings of what acting is. And honestly, Stanislavski was very popular for a very, very long time. But you're seeing much more absurdism in films now, and you're seeing much more Brechtian content in films, and that changes, and they, you know, it means different things in different styles. So now I'm just making excuses because I was actually baited. I don't want to go back. I don't want to go back. Yeah, I'm stalling to avoid another dose of early morning shame. Moo Pacino, what a great name. Hey Moo Pacino, why don't you talk to us for a minute? Thank you, Monster. Thank you, Monster. When Sir Patrick was Chancellor at my hometown, he used to sneak Ian McKellen in. Yeah, they're great. Stanislavski is the bane of your existence sometimes, well, do tell. Well, you look, I mean, I mentioned DiCaprio before, but he's done a lot of roles where I thought he was extremely good at acting, in the sense of, like, producing a character. Catch Me If You Can is great, right? For instance, I think he should have got the Oscar for that. And there are loads of other examples of where he's done great acting. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, I think, is great as well. But then they give him the Oscar for Revenant, because it was like, that's the brutal realism. He actually had to go through those things. So he was talking about the process. He had to go in the frozen ice water for, you know, several hours to get the shot or whatever. So they dragged him, you know, over a kind of like carpet pane to produce that. As opposed to just pretending it. But you can't, you know, obviously when it's a real scene like that. But he got... yeah, it's a shame. I think it's a shame that he doesn't... and they always give they give Oscars out to actors when they do extreme weight loss as well. That's a factor, you know, in Hollywood, one way or the other way. Like, because it shows some kind of like force of will, I think, that is that's big in that kind of Stanislavskian type acting. He was great. Yeah, see, look, we're talking about DiCaprio now, and we're not. I'm not in the Gothic sector, so I'm okay. I've just got failure written across the top of my head at the moment. Failure. I think I should maybe move away from this screen. Well, yeah, I know, but it's an example, isn't it, Alison, of what they tend to reward, and it's about definition of acting, and that changes over different cultures. You like this screen, actually, yeah. Method acting is used by more than men than women too, which is interesting to how female and male acting is used. That's an interesting point, yeah. Yeah, I think that's reasonable. Or even, I didn't Nicolas Cage go, you know, I'm giving up Stanislavski in acting. Quite a while ago, when he started doing Disney films, I think. He said it's... because he was very Stanislavskian or whatever, and the approach to leaving Las Vegas got super into the role. And when you let that role get into your mind that much, it can mess up your head. So it's quite dangerous. Augusto Boal says it's like as dangerous as mountain climbing. Daniel Day-Lewis is great, yeah. No one ever method acts being a nice person. Interesting. Can it just be this screen for the rest of the stream? But yeah, I'm fine with that. Benicio del Toro is fantastic. Yeah, he's brilliant. But I will get done for false advertising. People do complain. We get emails if I do this too much, because they're here for the gladiator space combat, not here for us just bantering. I'll finish my tea. I'll buy myself 5 more minutes and then I'll go dive back in. I'll have another go at that battle, but I don't think I'm going to do that battle. They're here for the ramming, exactly. They're here for the ramming. That's what. It's like a. You're here for the 40k. Yeah. Okay, lady a minute. That's fine. Don't let him shirk his responsibilities. I'm just finishing my tea. I could have had a break there. I was justified. A break was justified. I wasn't baited. He's scared. Could have gotten the sticky nuts too. What? Alright, okay, alright. The tension is building in the room. I should get back into the pit. Are your bags being searched for the rat-eye entrance? I don't know if you should be asking... Ask the organisers. I am not in any way connected with the organisation of that event. Ask the organisers. I don't know anything about those events. I will promote them. I know the people who organise them. I'm really good friends with Sidoni. But all those questions need to go to the organisers. I'm not involved in that. So, sorry. You got a work call that made me angry. Go ram for my rage. All right. So I don't think I just saved it. I think I just have to do that again. Pre-battle autosave. That looks attractive. No, that was already going. End round autosave, yeah. Right, where was the other ship then? Because there's two ships here. Vanguard and Vanguard. Is it still being built? They should both be the same design, and it was... No, it was that fleet, wasn't it? It was that fleet. But it looked like another... It didn't look like two of the Space Marines. It looked like one of the Imperial ships. Oh, am I going mad? Repair. I'm just ending the turn. If you wait too long, the defences will build up. That's why there's a kind of push for doing this. Right, new ship. Now we get one of these. Dauntless Mark II. Confirm. Right, so now there's 600 points in the battle, right? Can we add to that? No. Did you make me set this on difficult? What was that? You have to return to the corporate world. See you, Val. He got a Prime account and is never coming back. Low urgency. Because we're not keeping the pressure up, that's why, gang. It's because we're not keeping the pressure up. What's that? Does that mean the flagship? Right, that's one more ship if we get two in there. 119, so we can get another little mini ship. Let's get another Firestorm. And we try it again. Can this guy get in? Aha! Alright. Better odds. I mean, my main learning points from the last one were probably not to go anywhere near their fixed guns. Enemy strength 750 because of the defenses. Alright. I'm doing this to avenge Valerie's bad work call. Right, fixed guns. No. There don't seem to be any objectives at this time. That's good. So just avoid these guys. I've only got 2 ships again. There should be 2 of these. Why isn't the other one coming? I don't get it. This is not going to go well. Where are the other fleets? Where's the other fleet? I don't get why they're not coming in. Alright. There should be my Mars ship, and there should be my... does anyone know why? Just have fun and be yourself. Look, I've not got 2 of my ships for probably a technical reason that I don't understand the game. And that's fine. I'm okay with that.
Engaging engines.
I'm just going to have to accept it. But I tried.
Ready. Course engaged.
Yeah, sorry, I'm not understanding the mechanisms here. But you don't want me to rehearse?
Underway.
Ship ready.
Course engaged.
Aye, Admiral.
Underway.
Engaging engines.
We wait your command. Changing course.
Aye, Admiral.
Changing course.
We wait your command.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment. Enemy sighted.
We serve.
Heading acknowledged. Course engaged. Aye, Admiral.
Engaging engines.
We serve.
Whoa, there's another one. Oh, man.
Underway.
Give us purpose. Changing course.
We wait your command. Execute high energy turn. Setting course.
Your orders? Coordinates acknowledged.
Your orders?
Underway.
We stand ready. Where shall we strike?
Aye, Admiral.
Yes! The clip is tipped!
Enemy sighted.
We serve.
Enemy sighted.
We stand ready.
Temporarily damaged.
Ship ready. Acquiring new vector. We serve. Reporting successful boarding action.
Whoa, okay. I think this is gratuitous overkill.
We wait your command.
Ship ready. Show us the enemy.
Crunch. All right.
Your orders? Aye, Admiral.
They're not back yet. Let's fly along by these. There's another ship. Shit.
Your orders?
Aye, Admiral.
Fuck at me, you dog!
Sorry, Valerie. Yeah, go on.
dog!
Yeah, okay. This is useful information. Okay.
We serve.
Your orders?
Yes.
Fuck me, you dog!
Your orders?
Alright.
Heading acknowledged. Ship ready.
Yeah, no, I'm aware of that from the tutorial. I've only played as many games as this, so I'm still figuring out what doesn't work. Getting there though.
Ready.
These guys are doing a lot better this time.
Where we are needed. Aye, Admiral. Teleport attack successful. We serve.
We wait your command.
Burn retros.
We serve. Cruising speed set.
This is a choice at the moment, yeah.
Understood. Aye, Admiral.
Course engaged. I am listening.
Ship ready. Aye, Admiral.
We wait your command. Understood. Your orders? Enemy sighted.
We serve. Engaging engines.
Where shall we strike?
We wait your command.
Initiate Thunderhawk bombardment. Heading acknowledged.
Your orders?
We serve. Coordinates acknowledged. Understood. Engaging engines. Aye, Admiral. Impossible, Admiral. Your orders?
Aye, Admiral. Underway. We serve.
Reporting successful boarding action.
Setting course.
Ship ready. Aye, Admiral.
Setting course.
Firing new vector.
We serve.
Targeting enemy vessel.
Changing course.
Show us the enemy.
Your orders? Course engaged.
Ship ready. Hold course.
We wait your command. Maximum burn! Engaging engines. Heading acknowledged.
Yeah, that's how it's done!
Your orders?
We wait your command.
Changing course. Underway.
Enemy sighted.
Aha, there they are, there they are, there they are.
Ship ready. Understood. We serve. Enemy sighted.
Ship ready.
Coordinates acknowledged.
We serve. Your orders? Aye, Admiral.
All ahead, full. Coordinates acknowledged. Aye, Admiral.
Alright, now we have to deal with them, I think.
Course engaged. Coordinates acknowledged.
How am I losing, Lady Merlin?
We wait your
Are
command.
you playing this then, Valerie?
We wait your command.
Setting course.
Give us purpose.
Heading acknowledged.
You can't focus fire on this,
Ship ready.
just so you know.
Setting course.
Your orders?
Heading acknowledged. Maximum burn. We serve. Underway.
We serve. Understood. Ship ready. Maximum burn. Engaging engines. Can't take much more.
Impossible, Admiral.
The internet's down. Okay, so I could have had that. But I chose to fail on purpose. And let me explain my strategy. I'd already lost too much damage, so I was going to have to redo that again. Thank you, Jade.